Jewelry is high on the list of some investors. Here with a look at investing in precious metals and gems is Tobina Kahn, president of House of Kahn Estate Jewelers. Tobina, what are your top tips for people who want to invest in gold, silver, or platinum and want jewelry that will hold its value long term or appreciate?
Jewels have an intrinsic value. They will carry no credit risk. So it's going to be a long-term investment for anyone that's holding jewels.
Could you give us an example?
So this gold necklace, for example, this weighs 9.12 carats of ounces of gold. So as gold continues to go up, which is what many experts are predicting, this is going to increase in value. So basically you're wearing a valuable asset as it continues to increase the metal itself.
What about investing in gems? Are some better than others?
I always tell viewers to buy what they like, but if they really want an investment, what I would suggest is a heated versus a no-heated stone. A no-heated stone is basically a color that is of natural resources. In other words, it's not enhanced by any man-made productions. So I brought this one on the show. This is a ruby ring that is no heat, and the saturation is completely even, and it's valuable because it's rare. Mostly the stones out there are going to be heated. This happens to be no heat, which really is very predominant in the estate jewelry. You'll find many more no heated stones in estate jewelry than you will in brand new merchandise.
That's interesting. Why is that?
It's basically the rarity of it. They felt that nowadays the man-made stones had to be colored enhanced because they just didn't have the craftsmanship that they did back in the 1920s, the 1930s, 1940s, and 1950s. And I say to the viewers out there, it's supply versus demand. If there is a very small supply of these items, the demand is going to be stronger. And keep in mind, it's going to be more rarer.
Do you have customers looking specifically for jewelry as an investment, and what are they choosing?
They're choosing predominantly an abundance of different types of jewels, but also really what's lately, and only it's because gold has continued to increase in value. I brought on the show today the Liberty $20 gold coins, which is weighs 1 ounce of gold. MS62s, MS63s. What to tell the viewers out there is if they are going to be purchasing gold coins, to get it from a proper numismatic agency. In other words, it has to be graded. But really, after 1933, they did not make these coins anymore. So once again, it's rarity. Something that is not in a huge supply is going to be much more rarer.
When it comes to coins, tell us more about identifying a legitimate dealer.
You want to get it from primarily an estate jewelry company, but you want to get it that has to be graded by some very well-known numismatic agency. That is your prime resource.
Whether it's a stock or precious metal, it's worthless if you don't have a buyer. So what are your tips?
You have to buy it right. And that is, control your cost. And by controlling your cost, it's not going to be by a high-end jewelry store where the markup is going to be about a 2,000% markup. Keep in mind, if something's on sale at a high-end jewelry store, it's on sale discounted for 50%, it's still, a 1,500% markup.
What are your suggestions when selling jewelry?
You don't want to go primarily to a pawn shop because they're not going to know what you have. You want to go to someone that is a reputable gemologist. That is probably the key and one of the most important aspects, because you want someone to know what they are looking at. A lot of times, for example, this gold necklace was not purchased just by weight alone, but it was purchased by the design. It's a 1960s link, so it's the craftsmanship, the workmanship that is valuable. And once again, knowledge is going to be power for the average consumer out there that's looking to sell their jewels.
Thank you for helping us out, Tobina. Plenty of great information.
Thank you again, Angie. It's always a pleasure to be on your show. Thanks for having me.
Check out businessfirstam.com to find out where to see our entire show. And don't forget to like, follow, and share Business First AM.